Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to your coverage of various games from within the International 2. My name is Toshley, and I hope you enjoy the games that we will have coming up for you today. And I've had a bit of a, not really a break really, I've just been distracted by an amazing game which goes by the name of FTL, Faster Than Light. It is every sci-fi nerd's wet dream. If you have even a passing interest in sci-fi, whether it be books, television series, movies, and so on and so forth, you should probably check it out because it probably will have something that you love. You can purchase the game on Steam. It costs you $10. You can also buy it on ftlgame.com or GOG.com. And as much as I would love to spend the next hour or so talking about how freaking good, how good that game is, we actually have to jump into some Dota. I haven't casted for a while. I'm probably going to be a little bit rusty, but hopefully I will not. Nevertheless, we will be continuing on with the winner bracket semi-finals between IG and Na'Vi. We saw in the first game, IG dominated right from the start. They were playing like Na'Vi do, really aggressive, capitalizing on every single mistake that Na'Vi made and not even giving Na'Vi room to breathe. IG completely dominated like they did in the preliminaries when they fought against Na'Vi and 2-0'd them. Can Na'Vi bring it back to a third game, or will IG 2-0 them for the second time in a row from within the International 1? We will have to wait and see, of course. Best of 3. This is game number 2. Game 1 was won by IG, as I mentioned just a couple of seconds ago. Team Na'Vi, the team from the Ukraine, fan favorites to win the game of the International 2, and IG from China, the millionaire team of Dota, who have been promised an additional $1 million if they do take the top prize of this tournament. How awesome would that be? Like, as if the $1 million isn't good enough, our sponsors are going to give us another $1 million. Like, Jesus Christ. Nevertheless, on the side of Na'Vi, we have Puppy sitting in the captain's chair, following it up with Havorst, Dandy, Light of Heaven, and Arsan. On the side of IG, we have Captain Faith, following it up with Zhao, Ferrari 430, YYF, and Tron. Jumping into the draft, we see Podge, we see Leshrac, and we see Lycan being removed out by IG, with Na'Vi responding to that with an Invoker, with a Morphling, and with a Natus Prophet. And there are two very powerful heroes that are currently still in the pool. Darkseer and Naga Siren, and Captain Puppy has to think very carefully about his next decision, because if he picks Naga, IG are going to get Darkseer. If he picks Darkseer, IG are going to get Naga. And which one of these heroes would you consider more powerful? You definitely don't want to have the two to get Naga Siren. Oh god, oh no. So Na'Vi first picked Rubik, and IG just insta-locked Naga Siren and Darkseer. If you're going to get outpicked in a game, this is the game to get outpicked in. I tell you what, Na'Vi, you know what they're going to pick up? Enigma. Because Darkseer and Naga Siren are pretty potent as it is. To give them an Enigma would be GG. Song of the Siren to initiate, Vacuum to get them all packed in a tight little ball. Then the Black Hole. Easiest 5-man Black Holes of your life. Anywhere, as long as everyone's grouped up, and Na'Vi are going to pick up an Enigma without a shadow of a doubt. I'm so surprised that they would let those two heroes slip, that they would ban out someone, or someone like, say, an Invoker over Darkseer. Ferrari 430's Invoker is pretty potent, but I don't think it's as potent as a Naga Siren Darkseer combination. Needless to say, Na'Vi are sick of dealing with that Morphling that the Asians love to play, so Na'Vi take them out pretty easily. And a respect ban coming out from IG in the form of Pudge. Dendy just wants to play Pudge, but he never gets a chance. Every single team bans him out after seeing how effective he can be and how disruptive that hook can be to anyone's playstyle. There's the Enigma pick as expected coming out of Poppy. That'd be absolutely insane to let them have 3 heroes such as that. They might even go with a Tidehunter to deny the Naga Siren ulti Tidehunter combination, Ravage combination, but probably not. If they're daring enough to let them have Darkseer and Naga Siren, they're probably daring and manly enough to let them have the goddamn Tidehunter. They go with Juggernotu, which, this is actually a smart pick, thinking that when you look at the current lineup. Now, what do IG really need in order to capitalize on this combination? Levels. Naga Siren needs a good amount of levels, Darkseer needs a good amount of levels. What is Na'Vi's current composition? What can they capitalize on fairly early? Pushing. Just a couple of levels. They'll get conversions, they'll have the Healing Ward, the Battle Fury, I mean not the Battle Fury, the Blade Fury rather. The spin to win essentially will cut through creep waves. The conversion coming out of Enigma will also cut through creep waves. Then we also have the Fade Bolt come out of Rubik. Na'Vi are going for push. They're trying to end this game before IG can capitalize on the 2 very powerful heroes that they have secured for themselves. And for some reason, I'm finding it really difficult to talk. I think it's because I haven't casted in a week. Don't ever do that. That was just dumb. That game's so good. Nevertheless, another thing to note, Blade Fury has magical immunity, I believe. Yep, immune to magic. Naga Siren's ultimate, magical. Blade Fury, right when the Song of the Siren hits, before or after, and you'll be immune to any follow-up, such as a Ravage to come out of the Tidehunter. So that's one hero that's not going to be locked down. Another thing to note is that Healing Ward will heal the team of Na'Vi up when they get initiated on by Song of the Siren. If they disrupt a fight with Song of the Siren to try and get some heroes into position, that Healing Ward is going to keep on healing and healing and healing, and it will bring Na'Vi back to full HP. It's 5% at maximum rank, 5% of your HP every second. That is better than a Heart of Tarask, and it will be on every single hero, and the crit wave, and the conversions, and everything. So those two heroes, or specifically Juggernaut, is really good against Naga Siren. The Song of the Siren, it's actually a pretty smart pick. So they've got a reasonable, not so much a counter, but sort of a resistance, as it were, to that rapey power of the Naga Siren in the form of the Juggernaut, and they've also got a good amount of push. Jumping into the second phase of the bans, we have Tinker being taken out very rapidly by IG, and IG responding to that with a Chen. Taking out the legendary Chen from the Poppy. Poppy will no doubt be looking for the hero for him to play. Enchantress is still in the pool if they do want to go for that hero to bolster the creep wave, which is probably what they're going to go for, considering Na'Vi want push. Taking out Chen, very smart idea. That's 3 additional creeps to help push the creep wave, but it's quite clear that they're going for early push, at least that's what I would say, and Enchantress is better for early push because she can have more creeps at the start of the game, while Chen needs to be level, I can't remember, but he needs at least 3 points in his Holy Persuasion in order to coerce more than 1 creep onto his side, while Enchantress right from the get-go can coerce 2 creeps on his side, maybe even 3, just barely 3. Na'Vi taking out Queen of Pain. They're looking at the solo mids that Ferrari 430 will want to play, and IG elect to take out that Broodmother, going for those pushing heroes once again. Shadow Shaman to be taken up by the team of Na'Vi. This could be... No, wait, it couldn't be anything. I was thinking it could be Dendi Shadow Shaman, but I just realized Rubik's here, so Dendi's no doubt going to be playing on that Rubik. As for the lanes to come out of Na'Vi for the current moment, I guess would have Enigma in the jungle, Rubik solo mid. As to where Juggernaut and Shadow Shaman go, probably down bottom. They would work out nicely. You would have the Shackle to initiate, you would follow up with the spin coming in from Juggernaut, and it could be a fairly easy first blood. And as a result, the team of Na'Vi are probably looking for a solo top, possibly Beastmaster. We'll have to wait and see. Here's our solo mid to come from Ferrari 430 in the form of that Pucker hero that can deal a nice amount of aggression while receiving loads of aggression, and against a hero like Rubik, it's very nice. You can dodge those Fade Bolts fairly easily, and the Fade Bolt's problematic because it reduces your auto attack damage or right click damage, which of course makes it difficult to last hit, as well as taking a nice chunk of your HP out. So it's a good hero to pick up against a solo mid Rubik. Yes indeed. Na'Vi, 5th and final hero. I'm thinking Enchantress, but I'm not sure. Enchantress, I feel we want that hero to bolster the creep wave. At the same time, if the lanes are how I was going to think they were going to be, they would have needed a solo top. Then again, Enigma can go solo top. So what we might see here is Rubik solo mid, Enigma solo top, and down the bottom we'll see Juggernaut and Shadow Shaman, with Enchantress being in the jungle nearby to provide assistance. And that bottom lane is going to be the lane of pushing. And look at all the push that we have coming out of the team of Na'Vi right now. Rubik has a Fade Bolt, Enigma has the conversions, Juggernaut has a healing ward which is going to reinforce his creep wave, and the spin to win will help out nicely. Shadow Shaman has the shock to weaken creep wave once again. Fade Bolt plus Shock is probably going to be a dead creep wave, not to mention the other reinforcements that come out of the Na'Vi's team. Then we have the wards that can rapidly take down towers, and with Enchantress, we've got the heal to come out of her, and her ability to coerce creeps onto her side, which is 2, possibly 3, maybe even 5, if they do get their hands on a Troll Warlord. Hell, we could have 2 Troll Warlords go down like fucking, I just swore, 6 or so creeps. I didn't need to swear just then. I'm bad at commentating. So the amount of push to come out of the team of Na'Vi is absurd, and IG going for a Lina. One thing to note is we don't have that really strong late game. Naga Siren, okay late game, but I wouldn't call her a hard carry in the slightest. Juggernaut is a fairly decent hard carry and should be able to perform for the team of Na'Vi if it does get to that later stage of the game. On both sides, we have... Wait, on the Radiant side, we have, on the team of Na'Vi, we have Dendi taking up the role of the Rubik. We have Arsat to play in the Shadow Shaman, Havors playing as Juggernaut. We will have Light of Heaven to play on the Enigma, and Puppy taking up the role of the Enchantress, whose model I really hate. I wish they would change it back to the way it was. And the entire team heading up north on the side of IG. We have Zhao to take up the role of the Naga Siren. We have Ferrari 430 playing as the Puck Chuan to play on Lina. Faith to play on the Tidehunter. And who am I missing? It's the man himself, Sonic, Dark Sonic, or whatever you wish to call him. YYF to take up the role of the Darkseer. Both sides heading up north, both sides looking for first blood. How will the game begin? We will have to wait and see in the next couple of moments. Death will unfold without a shadow of a doubt. Havors is moving in, so is Chuan, who will get off the first hit. Arsat possibly venturing out a bit too far forward. He needs to back off before he gets netted. He is absolutely fine for the most part. Ferrari 430 moving in on the offensive. Once again, they're going to try and catch someone out, but the team of Na'Vi backing off too quickly. They're not going to let themselves get caught out by the team of IG, which is 5 members versus just a couple, and now the lanes are beginning to show up. How will they unfold? Well, we'll find out in a couple of seconds, essentially. Again, as I said before, I predict we'll see Enigma in the off lane, Dendi solo mid, and down the bottom we will see, or rather Rubik solo mid, and down the bottom we'll see Enchantress, Rasta, and Juggernaut. Fairly obvious. As for IG, well, Ferrari 430 obviously solo mid. Looks like we're going to have a tri-lane up top, and down the bottom is going to be taken up by, who am I missing? Oh yes, Darkseer. Bit of aggression to be dealt. A few right clicks are coming out of both sides, with the haste rune being immediately secured by YYF. And Light of Heaven probably not going to have the greatest time, but we do have a bit of a nice situation to be in the sense that those conversions not only push the lane back, but you'll be able to use them to get last hits. You should... I'm not sure if you can use them for experience. Actually, I don't think you can get experience with them. So Enigma's probably going to get under leveled. We might see a rotation, possibly. We'll have to wait and see. Double Iron Shell coming out immediately for YYF, being an absolute nuisance. Arsat moving in. Gonna deal a couple of right clicks, but nothing more than that. Shock to fly out. We have a Centaur Khan secured by Poppy. Not sure if he's going to move in just yet. And already we can see the aggression coming out on both sides towards the middle lane. A couple of right clicks come out of Dendi, a couple of right clicks come out of Ferrari, as well as a dodge with the phase shift. Enigma having an alright time, needs to be careful not to feed those conversions. Stun to go down, he denies it, very nicely done. That's a deny of 30 gold right there. Those conversions give a nice chunk of gold, considering something. I don't know where I was going to go with that, considering just how sort of insignificant they are. I mean, if you find 6 of those bastards, you nuke them a couple times, that is a big chunk of gold for you. Nice little blocking action going on for YYF, as well as the Iron Shell going down. And Puppy has secured herself. We've got a Centaur Khan. We've got a Nursa Warrior about to be secured up as well. These are 2 heroes that can go for a really easy gank. They're both very powerful in terms of their right clicks, but most importantly, one has a stun, one has a slow. They're both very big. They could potentially block. The problem is Darkseer has haste. His nickname is Sonic for a reason. He even looks like Sonic. He's got spines on his back, and Arsat moving into position. Puppy's moving in. Looks like they want to go for it. The haste has immediately been popped up by YYF, trying to run away from the creep wave. Doesn't want to get blocked by it. Arsat moving in. The shackles have gone down. Puppy moving into position. Will he be able to get it off? Trying to body block. Will he land it? He needs to get the stun off. There goes a clap. There goes a stun. YYF is getting low. The shot goes down. A few more right clicks will do it, and first blood is spilled. Arsat takes up first blood for the team of Na'Vi over on the Darkseer. Very nice beginning for the team of Na'Vi indeed. Could this be the game? They don't look to be dominating right from the start. The team of IG, they're falling a little bit behind. A big bolster of the creep wave down bottom. There goes a Blade Fury. Slices creep wave up easy peasy. As well as the addition of the Centaur and of course that Ursa Warrior. But that Iron Shell is going to cause some problems. It's a good counter push actually. Never really considered this. Puck moving in. Double damage being secured up by the Enchantress. A few right clicks to come out on Ferrari 430. It's going to be an absolute nuisance. Puppy's continuing to move in. He's got no reason to stop him. Ferrari is getting low. One more right click. Nice dodge to come out Ferrari. The healing salve to come out, and she will be absolutely fine. She, he, it, I don't know. Force still moving in. Blade Fury. No magical damage to come out from that Iron Shell. And Arsat alongside the Centaur Khan moving in as well. Havors taking a bit of damage. We see Puppy moving in from the sidelines. Double damage on her. TPs are rolling in. They're diving in deep. Na'Vi want this tier 1 tower down the bottom lane. Will they be able to secure it for themselves? Probably. But they're going to be forced to back off with Chuan joining the mix right now. Where the hell is Enigma? Oh, he's jungling. Yeah, he's transitioned to jungle, which is understandable. He's getting absolutely nothing towards his top lane. And it's alright for them to be farming because it's not a Morphling, it's not an anti-mage. Zhao, while can definitely benefit from items, it's not like a Morphling or an anti-mage as I just mentioned. If she gets those items up, it's just going to be a bit more trouble. It's not going to be, like, relentless rape, which is what it would be with a Morphling or an anti-mage. Or any form of, like, hard late-game carry, really. Item-wise, how are we looking? Darkseer having Jack all currently sitting for 7-0. Arsad having nothing, but that is the life of the support. Havorce is currently sitting on 15-0. Moving in towards the middle lane, we can see Dendi currently 16-3. And over on the side of Puck, 16-4. We're almost identical. Doing a fairly even exchange of affairs thus far. And the team of ID pushing out on this top lane. They want revenge for the bottom tower. They've taken a bit of damage. They want to return a bit of damage. And it looks like they might be able to take it down. We can see Faith cutting off the creep wave here. We've got a Wildkin moving in to try and provide a little bit of reinforcement, but it's just going to get right-clicked down. Faith is getting awfully low, however. Does have to be careful. Reinforcements are rolling in. Light of Heaven alongside Puppy. Faith is really low. There goes a Maleficent Sun. A couple of right-clicks, and that is the death of Faith. Easy peasy. 2-0 for the team of Na'Vi. Enigma picks himself up a kill. He gets a little bit of revenge for the trouble he's had to deal with, and a deny to come out of the team of Na'Vi. Na'Vi are looking strong at the beginning of this game. They might be down a tower, but they didn't give the gold to the team of IG. Just the map control. And that's gold that they're never going to get back. Healing Ward doing some damage. Currently doing some damage. Yeah. Currently healing some, countering some damage. God damn it. Arsad wants to move in from the behind. He has himself an invisibility rune. He's moving in on Zhao. A few right clicks to come down. Arsad invisibility rune. There goes the shackles. The right click coming down. We have a hex to follow it up. There goes a few more right clicks. Maleficent Sun to come down. Chuan coming in to reinforce. And that will force them to back off. And let's take the conversions. Easy gold, one goes down. 24 gold for that tiny little thing. You're gonna get the deny. There we go. I thought he would deny it with the conversion, but Enigma just rolled in and slapped it in the face. As you do. Faith moving into position. Currently level 4 doesn't have Ravage. So the team of Na'Vi are free to do whatever the hell they want. They don't need to worry about that big, powerful chunk, not only chunk of damage, but a big AoE stun to come out of the Tidehunter. Na'Vi are free to relax and just play it safe. Bottom lane, Havorce, 25-2, currently looking at YYF, 16-0. Havorce is capable of standing up against this Darkseer because of the Blade Fury, which gives him magical immunity, and the Healing Ward, which will heal up any Iron Shell damage that he receives for himself. So it's a very nice, it's not exactly optimal. It would be better if he had free farm. It's a little bit annoying, but it's better than another hero that can't really do anything. Darkseer moving in, he could get caught out. He's moved into the wrong jungle, buddy. There goes a shackle. The Ursa Warrior is here too. There goes a clap to follow it up, trying to haste out. Body block not so successful. Double damage rune to be secured up by YYF as well. He will simply walk his way back to safety. He was just in the wrong jungle, wasn't he? Like, get out of my neighborhood. Yells out the Enchantress and her ugly, ugly face. Why did they change it? She looked essentially... I hate using this word. I just really, really hate it, but considering her bubbly... Oh god, I hate that word so much. Considering her bubbly personality, the way that she looked aesthetically was pretty much perfect. And people that say, like, oh, she's a goddamn deer thing. She should look like a deer. She's a dryad. They don't exist. They don't have to match how deers look, because they're not deers. They're dryads. They're not real. Ah! But enough of that. Ferrari 430 looking to assist the bottom lane. The team of Na'Vi are pushing it out. The tower is currently on half HP and fortification is not available. But the Ion Shell is doing work. It's causing some problems here for the team of Na'Vi. It's a little bit of a nuisance to try and push against, because there's not that much you can do about it, really, aside from stay away from it. Meanwhile, ID pushing out this top lane. The tier 2 tower over at the top is taking some damage, and no reinforcements are rolling in just yet. The Soul Defender, Light of Heaven, brings in some conversions to try and do what they can, but what they can do is not all that much aside from feed them to the enemy. And Na'Vi, they can't really go for a trade. There's too much defense going on towards his bottom lane, not to mention that there are 2 members here. There's a Darkseer there, and it's a tier 1 in the first place. You don't trade a tier 1 for a tier 2. That's absurd. Unless you're crazy. Ferrari 430 currently sitting on 34-7 on the Crete score. Looking over at Dendi, we currently see 33-7. So we're almost identical. We've been neck and neck throughout the entirety of this mid laning phase. Both of them very, very fantastic solo mid laners, and we can both see the skill coming out of the both of them. Just being, they're not. Neither of them are getting an advantage. It's awesome. Spinning to win, unification to go on for IG towards this middle lane. Maybe we'll rotate to top. We want to try and take down this tower. It's continuing to be beaten down by the creeps, and with no reinforcements, well, Light of Heaven's just trying to do what he can. Moving in towards mid, ulti to come down on Dendi. There goes a telekinesis. Stun just barely misses there. The Iron Shell to go down. Dendi is getting low. The silence goes down. He needs to back off. The heals are coming from top. He might be able to help him out. There goes a shock. YOF getting low. Gonus haste himself out of there. And Chuan also getting fairly low. Meanwhile, bottom tower takes a fall with the assistance of the wards. Light of Heaven still continuing to defend this top tower in a fairly efficient manner. No Ravage available just yet. We're working on it, however. And a nice little distraction, and Shackles to come down. Ferrari 430, net to follow it out. Should be able to get out of there, but the telekinesis picks him up. Oh, nice little dodge to come out of him. Just in time. That was probably a 1 second, probably less than a second, a quarter of a second window of opportunity for the puck to jump out, and she took it. Absolutely took it. This is why they get paid to play this game, because they're really good at it. Like, really good at it. Goes without saying. If they weren't good at it, yeah, they wouldn't be getting paid for it. Tidehunter's edging ever so closer to that level 6, and he's been giving solo lane experience as of this moment. Naga Siren has backed off. They want to get that level 6 up as much as possible because they cannot really fight Na'Vi until they've got that Ravage. Na'Vi right now are just free to go wherever the hell they want. They don't really need to play it super safe because they don't need to worry about Tidehunter coming out of nowhere and sticking his tentacle things in every single orifice. Every single one. And you will probably die from suffocation and other bodily liquid. Yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about that. Jesus Christ. Unification to go on towards the middle lane for the team of IG. It looks like they want a bit of vengeance. They want to try and push down towards this middle tower. Light of Heaven continuing to get some farm up towards the bottom lane, currently sitting on level 7, having a good time, has that black hole available. Illuminate to fly out, Orb just being a little bit of a nuisance. Illusionary Orb, rather. Shock to go down. Ulti to follow it up. Will they continue to push on? There goes a net with a nice little shackle. There goes a shackle to go down. There's a Ravage. There's a damage. 2 members of an RV instantly melt. Light of Heaven moves in, but the Song of the Siren stops any form of reinforcement. Ferrari 430, a couple of right clicks come down on him. Dendi buys straight back into the action and pops off a Smoke of Deceit as well. Wants to try and get the jump on someone. Poppy moving into position, trying to catch someone out, but Zhao is back to the safety of his side of the base. And that was a really poorly commentated team fight. This is why I try and cast every day, but that goddamn FTL game has been distracting me. Big reinforcements coming in from Na'Vi. The healing ward going to bring everyone back to where they need to be. Fortification is not available, and there is so little that IG can do about it. They don't have Ravage up. Divorce moving in. What did we steal? We stole something. Telekinesis come down on Ferrari. There goes the illusionary ward. Puck instantly melts. The Dendi's going to pay for it. There goes a stun. He pops as well. But Zal's going to take it. He's trying to get the ulti off. No, it's currently on cooldown. Zal's going to take a fall as well. Stun to go down on YYF. The wards have popped off as well. Hex to follow it up. But just barely missing the stun. Naga Siren takes a fall, and a fairly even exchange of affairs to come out of both sides right there. Ferrari 430 trying to run for his life. He's not going to get away, however. A couple more right clicks will do it. The Malefice stun has come down on him. A double kill to come in from Poppy. Na'Vi looking good. And they might even be able to transition this into a tier 2, possibly. Ravage isn't available. Ulti from Song of the Siren isn't available. Ulti from Naga Siren, rather, isn't available. But they are down a member. Essentially 2 members, because Juggernaut is very low. So they might back off. They might take a moment to breathe in and just recuperate in the fact that they just traded 1 kill for a tower and 2. And that's a pretty good situation to be in. Item-wise, Enchantress, just an Urn of Shadows, possibly going to go for the mech, I would assume. How are we looking, Mr. Rasta? Just sitting on some Arcane Boots with 500 in the bank. Enigma, 2700, looks like he's going straight for a BKB, possibly? He hasn't got his Blink Dagger yet, not going for a Mechanism. Maybe he's going to outright buy a Mechanism right now. BKB, however, wouldn't be a bad choice, because BKB stops Song of the Siren, it stops Ravage. Those are the 2 big powerhouses to come out of the team of IG. What is he going to buy? 2800. He is indeed going straight for a BKB, just needs about 900 more. Fortification going down. Meanwhile, the tier 1 tower towards the middle lane is taking a little bit of damage by the team of IG, but Na'Vi moving into reinforce, and will be a successful defense by them. No more further damage is going to be taken down. Dendi's going on a bit of a scouting mission. He's not going to find anyone, however, and he just secured himself, or rather is working his way towards a 4-star. Maybe he's going for a day. Nah, he's like, maybe he's going for a Dagon. Nope. It'd be cool to see, but it's not going to happen. This isn't a pub game. Then again, I've seen Dendi before on Tinker look like he was getting a 4-star, and then I'm getting a Dagon. But then again, Dagon's somewhat viable on Tinker. I wouldn't call it viable at all on Rubik. Looks like they want to go for a trade. Na'Vi pushing out this top lane. The bottom lane, however, is being cut off. The creep wave being intercepted by IG, and we're going to trade a tier 1 for a tier 1 by the looks of it. Divorce moving in, wants to catch up Zhao. There goes the Impedus damage coming out of Poppy, and it is a big chunk of damage. Slow to follow it up, but there goes a Song of the Siren. They've burned that powerful ulti for the escape of IG. God, that ulti is annoying as hell, isn't it? Tier 1 tower takes a fall. It's an even exchange of affairs. Tier 1 at bottom falls, Tier 1 at top falls, and RV continuing to push in. So are IG. We're going to trade a Tier 2 for a Tier 2 by the looks of it. The push is going to continue. No, IG elect to go back. They want to defend this, or they're going to move for the Tier 1 instead towards mid. That's a possibility. Maybe they can go for both. Fortification goes down, and nothing is going to stop this push until reinforcements roll in. They're going to try and go for a Tier 1. Two Tier 1s for a Tier 1 and a Tier 2. I wouldn't say that that's worth it. That favors an RV ever so slightly.
Dire's top tower is under
the Tier 2 tower will take a fall. Nothing can stop this push. That ward is just healing. And we're currently sitting at a level 3 ward. That's 4% every second, I believe. Yes, indeed. Better than a heart. Twice as good as a heart, as a matter of fact. TPs are rolling in. The Tier 1 tower still stands. It's currently in deny range. They need to get it fast. The siege crit's going to take it down. What a deny to come out of the enchantment. That was so clutch. You could see the projectile about to hit it. My camera works really bad. I'm just sort of pressing the buttons randomly as I talk about shit. I also keep swearing, which is definitely not intentional. RIF stacking up the farm camp, or farming up the stack camp. Ferrari 430 wants to get in on the gold as well. Light of Heaven has to be cautious. He's deep in the enemy's jungle, and many other members of IG are in that jungle. Get out of my jungle, son! But Enigma doesn't care. He's freaking Enigma. He's a Light of Heaven. And he's going to continue to farm up in their jungle, just like, F you, bitch. I don't care. Nice army of conversions moving in. Might send them into the creep wave to try and push them out ever so slightly, or just continue on with the jungling. Is indeed going to send them to the lane. Take out these illusions to come out of the Naga Siren. Nice use of, speaking of illusions, nice use of the illusion runes to come out of Rubik. Positioning them around the place to give extra vision. Havor's currently sitting on 61 for 3. Looking to go for, I think Vanguard, but he doesn't have, what does this build in? Maybe he's going straight for a heart or something. Who knows? Who knows? Yaganotu. Denny holding out towards this middle lane. Fadebolt to fly out. And Light of Heaven pushing up this top lane. The team of IG, they're looking a bit lost right now. I'm not sure where exactly they want to go. And while I'm saying that they immediately unify and venture towards the top lane, they want to try and gank Light of Heaven, but Light of Heaven and his game sense is just too good. Has a BKB in hand as well. And he backs off to the safety of his base. And IG just going to farm out this jungle just a little bit. Get themselves a couple of items, get themselves a bit of gold. Taking a quick gander at the gold graph, we see a 4k closing in on 5k advantage for the team of Na'Vi. In the experience department, 3k advantage for the team of Na'Vi. Na'Vi are looking strong, they're looking ahead, 5 for 3 currently on the score. They have superior tower control, they've got a great composition, but so do IG. Darkseer and Naga Siren, they haven't gotten the wombo combo off yet, but when it does land, it's going to be painful indeed. Unification going towards the middle lane for the team of Na'Vi. We're pushing out. There goes a Centaur Warrior moving straight ahead. And what I mean by that is Ursa Warrior, not Centaur Warrior. Of course, it's incorrectly named Centaur Khan right here for some reason. Also, who has the mechanism? This is something I'm wondering. Fable to go out? No, it's absolutely fine. Mechanism in hand for Poppy. That's what I expected. Divorce, the healing ward, the towers. They do nothing. I do not care. It is a healing ward. It negates everything. There goes a ward trap. We're trying to burst this tier 2 as fast as possible. The team of IG are moving in. Ravage is available. Song of the Siren is available. They could set up a wombo combo if they so desire to, but they're going to let it fall. They're not going to continue to push forward, which is not exactly what I expected. They're going to let the tier 2 fall. Secured up by the team of Na'Vi, and they're going to rotate to bottom by the look of it. They've got no reason to stop. Chuan is pushed way too far forward. They're going to come in from the behind and cut him off. Snuff out her fire if she doesn't back the hell off. Which she is indeed doing. Going to TP out to the safety of her side of the base. Now IG are moving in a big force. Looks like they want to save this tier 2. They have to use their cooldowns this time. They got Ravage. They've got Song of the Siren. They've popped the smoke. They're looking to get in position. We've got Ravage. We've got Song. Sentry Ward, or rather Observer Ward goes down. May as well be useful while we're here. They're coming in from the behind. This could be bad for IG. I mean, for Na'Vi, they want to push off the wombo combo. There we go. There goes a Song of the Siren. The Courier is also here for some reason. Gets taken down. No, it will not. But there goes a Vacuum. There goes a Ravage. But the Black Hole catches everyone out. Ravage stolen by Dendi. It found Ravage to come down. And oh my god, the team of IG immediately melt. The sole survivor, Chuan, currently running for his life. And he will get picked off with a couple more right clicks. And suddenly, the wombo combo is turned around. The team of Na'Vi take out 5 members of IG within the blink of an eye. And that was some big plays, I gotta say. the Black Hole to come out of the Enigma with the use of that BKB. So the Song of the Siren and the Ravage did absolutely nothing. The steal of the Ravage by Dendi immediately counter-ravaging the entire team of IG. The wards continued to heal everyone up to a relatively safe level. The team of Na'Vi the team of IG just did not have the damage that they needed. And IG had a great counter to that. There goes the ward to place down, vacuum to go down. Puppy taking a bit of damage, should be fine. Double stun to come down as well as the ulti. Laguna Blade to come out. Puppy takes a fall. YOF also getting low. He takes a fall. Shackles to come down on Faith. Dendi trying to do what damage he can. The wards have been placed down as well, which I already covered a few moments ago, so I don't know why I'm covering them again. I guess I'm just running out of things to say. Divorce taking a couple of hits from the tower, does back off to the safety of his side of the base. And meanwhile, Titan takes a fall. Dendi moving in. Counter Laguna Blade to come out on Zhao. Zhao will simply back off with the net currently holding Dendi in place. We stolen a spell. We stole the phase shift. No, we stole the illusionary orb. And Na'Vi, after that big fight, look to have secured themselves victory. Raxing happening over on the bottom lane. The tier 3 has fallen, as well as the barracks. I'm a bit shaken by that fight. That was awesome. Shadow Shaman, Rasta working his way towards a BKB as well. We see Havorst did indeed go for a Vanguard. Dendi currently sitting on a 4-star, nothing else than that. Who else do we need to look at? Poppy, Mechanism, 70 in Bank, not exactly rich. BKB and Soul Ring coming in from the Enigma. IG possibly looking for a bit of vengeance. We see Sonic hasting in from the sidelines, not going to find anyone caught out. Light of Heaven already backing off to the safety of the base. And YYF may as well be at least somewhat efficient, somewhat useful while he's here and just farm his way up. Naga Siren possibly going for Vanguard or a Heart. Vanguard now would make sense. Heart is better, but the team of IG are behind. And considering the cost, Vanguard's very good. It's a very good item considering the cost. It's nowhere near as good as, say, a Heart or anything, of course. But for the cost, it's pretty decent. There's a skeleton here that just sinks into the ground. Havorst farming, going straight for Aghanims. Definitely wants that Aghanims. The ulti with Aghanims is bloody absurd. And what's great about it is it's not exactly countered by Ghost Scepter. You'd think something like that because it's physical damage. You're like, oh, you buy a Ghost Scepter, you pop that off and you'll be fine. You won't take any damage of it. But anyone else that's near you is just going to take more damage. And it's so hilarious if you're using that ability. He just stole one of the illusions. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's so hilarious if you use one of those abilities and then they Ghost Scepter. And then the person next to them just dies. And then they die next because they're a support and they can't do anything. Aside from also die. So a lot of the times, if it's one Juggernaut and 2 of you, and you're a support, you're better off hoping that you take the brunt of the damage instead of the, let's say you're next to a carry, and he's the one that can do damage. Instead of popping off the Ghost Scepter, letting the carry just die, and then the Juggernaut will kill you. Ward's going down, they're going to go for Roshan, Illusionary Orb to fly in the pit, they know that this is going on. Illusion to go out, Song of the Siren is available, Ravage is also available. Dragon Slave to go down. Roshan is getting low. I think IG are looking to steal it. When it gets low, pop off that Song of the Siren, try and sneak in there. IG moving in. There goes the Song of the Siren. They want to steal Roshan. They should be able to do so. You shouldn't be able to do this. This is like the biggest load of bollocks. But the bash is coming in on Zhao. Who got the kill? Aegis of the Immortal snatched up. Na'Vi got the kill. And there goes the Blade Fury. Didn't do all that much. Actually, it did. I got distracted there trying to find out who got the Roshan and who stole the Aegis. Na'Vi got the Roshan. IG stole the Aegis. Tron being caught off. Nice stun to come down. Won't be enough. However, a few more right clicks is all it takes. And now Light of Heaven secures himself a killing spree. Meanwhile, Ferrari 430 getting a couple of hits on a Dendi. Dendi awfully low. Ferrari 430 could have possibly killed him if he decided to continue to do the damage that he needed to do. Wait, who snatched it? Yes, so Na'Vi got Roshan. IG snatched it. But you shouldn't be able to do that with the Song of the Siren. It's the biggest load of poo-poo. Did we see a Ravage go off in that fight? We did not. So Ravage is still available for them to attempt to defend. Zhao, negative burn charge to come down on him. Mana boots to fly out. There goes Ferrari. Nice ulti to come down as well as a net to come down on Havorst. And there goes a Black Hole. But the immunity immediately. But the Ravage and then a counter Ravage to come out from Dendi. What the hell? He just blinked back. Laguna Blade come down. Havorst very low on HP. Needs some healing up. There goes the Ensnare to come down on Zhao. A few more right clicks to take him down. But no casualties yet. But Ferrari 430 wants to get the kill, and Havorce will not be able to do so. There goes the illusionary orb to fly out. Havorce tries to run away. Ferrari 430 is here, but the Malphistone is preventing any further damage. Havorce, nice magical immunity to come down. Ferrari 430 getting low. YYF wants to get the kill as well. Havorce trying to juke as best he can. The vacuum goes down. One more right click will do it. Havorce takes a fall. Puppy currently running for his life. Ferrari 430 wants some vengeance. He wants it indeed. Will he be able to get some form of slow force off onto safety coming out by Na'Vi? Out of Dendi, rather. And one thing to note in that fight, Dendi double-clicked his Blink Dagger, which sent him backwards. So he had Ravage, he double-pressed Blink Dagger, he blinked backwards, and then hit the Ravage. I was thinking, oh, it's going to be a great Ravage to come out of Dendi, and then he screws up. So, yeah, you make mistakes. You're filled with adrenaline, you're nervous, there's a big crowd watching you, there's $1 million on the line, you're bound to make mistakes. And that was a pretty big mistake. Thankfully, it wasn't the difference between a win or a loss. Granted, it would have went better for the team of Na'Vi. In fact, they probably would have raxed them towards mid, maybe even at top if Dendi had hit that Ravage. But alas, it's still not going to put them in a losing situation. Na'Vi are still miles and miles ahead. 14k advantage in the gold department, 12k advantage in the experience department. IG, is there any way of them coming back considering their heroes aren't really as good late game as a team of Na'Vis? Problem is, Ravage is countered by BKBs. Song of the Siren also countered by BKBs. Darks is really good late game because of that wall if he gets an Aghanims, but he's going primarily support role. Lena's negated entirely by Pipe and Puck. BKB, again, neutralizes all the ultis come out of her. Meanwhile, on Na'Vi, we've got Juggernaut, whose ulti is just a rapist. We have Rubik his ability to steal spells. We have the wards, we have the black hole. Puppy being burst down, telekinesis to come down on Zoe, as well as the Malphistone. Zoe takes a fall. The wards have been down. We have the shackle to come down, YYF. Silence to come down from Ferrari 430. Pops off the BKB. Ferrari 430 trying to hold as best he can. There goes a Song of the Siren. We have no Ravage available. Ravage in 13 seconds, but he will not be able to get it off. The stun mistimed right there. And Team of IG are just going to slowly back off. Net to come down on Poppy, who's trying to deal a bit of damage, but the illusion's immediately wiped up by the team of Na'Vi. Ravage available in 1 second. Dendi also has Ravage available. He could Ravage. Then what's his face could Ravage, then he could still Ravage and Ravage again. We could have 3 Ravages in the course of a couple of seconds. We'll go down. There goes a Rangervid. There goes a counter Ravage. Is he going to still Ravage again? He does not indeed, damn it. But immediate counter Ravage and their team of IG melt. There goes the ulti to come out of Havorce. The Soul Survivor is about to die, and one more right click. There we go. The shot goes down. RSR picking himself up a double kill. 5 members of IG instantly melt. Ferrari 430 buys back, wants a bit of vengeance. And GG well play being called out by both teams. Na'Vi, in an amazing display of amazingness, he wants to try and get the kill on Poppy. Malphistone to come down, and there goes the death of the Ancient. In an amazing oh my god, in an amazing display of skill, expertise, and just all-round fantasticness. Oh my god, that game, the play, the big black hole, it's pretty good, for lack of a better term. And IG, after dominating Na'Vi 3 games in a row, we saw the preliminaries where they completely manhandled them, and they continued that dominance within the first game of this best of 3 in the winners bracket semi-finals. Na'Vi finally showed their true colors and brought it back, bringing us the Na'Vi that we've been waiting for all this time. 1-1 currently on the scoreboard. One more game to be taken up, and whoever takes victory will push forward into the winners bracket. And whoever loses will unfortunately drop into the losers bracket, where they will have to, well, they'll still be able to continue to fight it out for their chance at the $1 million top prize. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great game. My name has been Toshley, and I'll see you in the next cast.